Hi everyone, welcome back to my new makeup video. That day I was just getting ready to leave for work and was doing just daily makeup, of course according to my interpretation. So if you expect very natural makeup, kind of no makeup without false lashes and eyeliner, I will rather disappoint you. At first, as you can see, I applied the base under eyeshadows, which in this case was creamy eyeshadow from Maybelline in shade Creme de Nude. As a transition shade, I applied shade Blazing from Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and for this I was using Zoeva Luxe Crease brush number 228. On my brow bone I used this matte very light shadow from this cute little eyeshadow palette called Lazy. It is Tune Cosmetics Polish brand. This palette was released together with its sister called Crazy, which I'm going to use in a moment. Very nice colors and very pigmented shadows. In next step, I wanted to add a little bit of color in my crease, and I bet on this pink matte shadow from the second twin palette from Tune Cosmetics. And I'm applying it with fluffy brush from Golden Rose, focusing on my crease. In my outer V, I'm applying this beautiful, quite dark chocolate brown color from Lazy palette, and I'm using quite dense pointy brush. It is from Polish brand Kieles. I hope I'm pronouncing this name correctly. And right away I'm blending this color with more fluffy brush. I'm sorry, I don't remember the brand of this brush and I couldn't find any label on it. I'm adding this shadow and again blending. I've decided to make voiceover that day because I was doing this makeup very early in the morning and I couldn't wake up. Here I'm adding this pink color to my crease. On top, in center and inner part of upper eyelid, I decided to apply this Magic Foil eyeshadow in shade Dream from Lazy palette. And I was just using fingers for this. It's so sparkling, I love this eyeshadow. To achieve nice transition, I'm adding previous brown shade to my outer corners and I'm blending. In next step, I'm drawing winged liner with my favorite Pirene Precision ink liner. Unfortunately, it is almost used and I had a problem to draw straight line, so in a moment you will see I'm switching it to another eyeliner. This time Smart Liner Matte and Intense Black from Golden Rose. After a few uses, I must admit it is quite good, maybe even better from this from Pirene. However, I prefer liners with sponge pointy tip applicators, not with flexible brushes. But I can't say any bad word about this eyeliner from Golden Rose, despite the fact it has just such flexible brush. Now I'm darkening my outer corners a little bit with this brown shade from Lazy palette once more. As always, I'm going to apply false lashes, and here I'm curling my natural lashes in order to hide them well among falsies. I'm darkening my upper waterline with Max Factor Black Kohl pencil. I skipped applying falsies. If you would like to see how I do this, I'm referring you to my other videos in right upper corner. And now I'm priming my lower eyelids with the same creamy eyeshadow from Maybelline, which I was applying as a base on upper eyelid. It has quite dry consistency, but when it is blended well, it prevents from eyeshadow creasing very well. I think much better than any specialized eyeshadow base. On lower eyelid, I applied this beautiful green eyeshadow from Revolution Reloaded Iconic Division palette. And I'm using dense pencil brush from Intervion brand. And I'm blending it with clean dense flat brush from Real Techniques. I will try to write all used products and brushes in the description box below. Next, with the same brush, I'm blending this green color with a little bit of this warm orange honey shade from the same palette from Revolution. I'm darkening lower waterline with Kohl pencil up to half of its length. As a base under foundation, I applied strobe cream from MAC all over my face and Professional primer from Benefit on center parts to cover my enlarged pores. For foundation, I used mix of Estee Lauder Double Wear, I have it in shade Bone, and liquid drops from Eveline Cosmetics in shade 4. And I distributed them with fingers first, and next I blended with Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. Because I did my brows off camera at the beginning, I had to help myself with small brush to blend the foundation in this area. That day I also used the mix of concealers, this new from Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in shade Porcelain and Tarte Shape Tape concealer in shade Light Medium. I decided to add Tarte concealer because this concealer from Too Faced is too creamy for me and it lacks coverage of Tarte concealer, unfortunately. I'm blending them in with the same sponge which was used for foundation, and at once I'm setting the concealer with loose translucent powder from Golden Rose. It is so silky and looks very good, especially on under eye area. But I can only compare it to Laura Mercier translucent powder from high-end product range, and it comes out very good in comparison with Laura. But I can't compare to, for instance, Huda Beauty baking powders or Hourglass powders. They are probably better. Maybe you guys can advise me some good translucent powder dedicated especially to this area. For bronzing and contouring my face, I used Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And for highlighting, I used Becca highlighter in shade Vanilla Quartz. Recently I have liked it anew. For applying highlighter, I usually use big fluffy eyeshadow brush. Now I'm adding and blending shadows on lower eyelids. And in my inner corners I'm going to apply these two highlighters from Revolution Ultra Cool Glow palette. The last two steps, bottom lashes, the same set as always, Dior Show 3D Maximizer as a primer, and Sephora Outrageous Car Mascara. And lips. I outlined them with Miss Sporty Lip Pencil in shade Wine, number 012, and filled in with Golden Rose Matte Lipstick Crayon in shade 10. And that's it. This is my daily look. Nothing special, but I suppose too intense as a daily makeup for most people, but not for me. And what do you think, guys, about it? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this film, give your thumbs up, and I would be very happy if you decide to subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing, and for me it's very important to see my work meets your approbation. See you soon in my next videos. Love you guys, bye!